Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first YouTube channel. Hey, well, so in today's tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to make a busybody. Well, I'll be teaching you two types of busybodies, but firstly this is just the basics here. So this is the first busybodies I'll be teaching you, so stay right back and watch. So firstly, we'll make a margin here at the starting point here. So you take your hip cuff, you can call it hip cuff or your master pattern. Make a first line, and that will be your starting line. So like this. Well, I like to start from this margin here. So firstly, the shoulder we'll be using is 7.5. And how do we get a 7.5? You take a tape rule and measure your cross back, your back. So mine is 15. So 15 divided by 2, we have 7.5. So we'll mark 7.5 here, like this. And from here, our chest line is 8. Mark 8. So from here to you mark 8, make a dot here, 8, then 8. So the next line we're going to mark is our bust dart. The bust we're using is 10, and our half length here is 16. So make a dot so that you can match up the dots to make our vertical lines. So this is it. You mark it like this. Like this. Like this. So after that, we mark our shoulder here. So what we marked here at the top here, we mark it here too, 7.5. So make a line 7.5 like this. And after that, to get our shoulder slope, you come here by 1 inch. And our neckline here, yes, that's the measurement to get our neckline. To get your neckline, that will be your bust. The bust I'm working with is 36. Your bust divided by 12, which will give us that like 3 point something. So we work within the rate of 3. So we're marking 3 here, and 3 here. So this is the front. This is the front pattern, and we're making the back pattern after this. So after that, you connect the shoulder slope to the neckline here, like this. And after that, you divide what is left here, which is 7 divided by 2. And from here, we'll go in by ½ inch, like this. Then we take our armhole cuff and mark it this way. So this pattern is, if you want to use this pattern, I'll be teaching you how to make 2 patterns. This pattern is how to make our normal dress, our casual dress, our ready to wear. So we make use of this particular method to craft the pattern. So from there, we put it on our chest line. This is our chest line. Chest line. Why this is our bust line. Bust line. Why this is our waist. Why this is our waist. So after that, the bust we're working with, like I said earlier, is a 36. So 36 divided by 4, we have 9 here. And we go to the waist too. You place your ruler on the waist. The waist we're working with is 31, 32. So you put your measurement 31 divided by 4, we have 7.75. We mark it like this. We also mark it like this. This is the 7.75. And if you're adding that to your cloth, it's not necessary. But if you want to add that to it, you add extra 1 inch to it like this. You add extra 1 inch like this. Then you connect it from your chest line to your waist like this. So since we've included that in this pattern, our nipple to nipple, from one nipple to another. So we'll place it from the center front. This will be our center front, and it's going to be on fold. It's going to be on fold. So you placed your tape rule here. So the nipple to nipple we're working with is 4. Mark 4 here. So this is our bust line. So mark 4 here. Then you come down by 1 inch from your bust line. You come down by 1 inch like this. So make a straight line. From that place, you mark your 1 inch where you came down from 1 inch, and mark it to your waist like this. So we'll put our tape rule here. You mark ½ inch here, ½ inch here. Then you connect it to that same point to form your dart. And this is it. So right now our front pattern is almost ready. And don't forget our neckline. So if you're making a round neckline, you place your armhole cuff like this, then you mark it. So we've gotten our neckline, and to complete our armhole too, you place it from the center and you mark. So this is it. So our front pattern is ready, and this is it. So don't forget, because you're going to be making reference to this pattern in the future. Now to get our back pattern, to get our back, so please, if you want to sew, you can add your 1.5. If you want to sew, you add your 1.5 allowance, seam allowance here. You had your 1.5 seam allowance here. Then you sew. So this pattern is, if you want your dress or your top to be body fitted, this is your actual measurement. And if you want it to be loose, you may add half an inch or 1 inch by the side. Then before you now add your normal seam allowance, if you want a loose dress. And if you want a blouse, this is your waist, from your shoulder to waist. So if you want a blouse length, you're going to extend this to your blouse length here. So we're going to treat that in another class. Now let's go to the back. If you want to draft your back pattern, your back basic pattern, don't forget that this is our chest line. So this is our chest line, this is our bust line, right? This is our waist. So we're going to make this as our center back, CB. Now we're going to place our tape here. The shoulder measurements we are making use of, don't forget, is 7.5, which this is the 7.5. We'll come down here to the chest line to mark the 7.5 also, which is this 7.5. Seven and a half. And we said our chest line is 9. So mark 9 here. This is a 9. And don't forget that we said our waist is 7.75. This is 7.75 plus the 1 inch that's we added to the front. So this is the 1 inch here. Then you match it up with this, our chest line. So after that, don't forget to mark your dart. Since we've included the dart in the front, we're going to add the back to the dart to the back too. So our nipple to nipple, don't forget that nipple to nipple divided by 2, we get this measurement. So the nipple to nipple we're making use of here is 8. So 8 divided by 2, we get 4. This is the 4 here. And we mark the 4 also to our chest line, 4. So after that, we'll mark it straight up. Then we'll mark half an inch here, half an inch here. So we connect it to our chest line. We connect it to our chest line, which is this. And our back pattern is almost ready. Don't forget our shoulder slope. We'll come down here by 1 inch. And don't forget, here is 3 inches. And we are coming down by 1 inch for the back measurement. This is the standard measurement. And if you want your back to be lower, you can go lower than this. But this is the standard measurement. So you place your pattern master to mark your neckline, sorry. So this is the neckline here. Then we'll mark our shoulder slope. This is our shoulder slope here. And don't forget, we'll divide this by 2. 7 divided by 2, we get 3.5. So we go in by half. You might go in by half, and you can decide to leave it. Depends on how fitted you want it to be. So you can just start from here and then mark. So our back pattern is ready. So this is, yes, let's not forget. So we have some back tightening to do here. You come in by half an inch and you go up by half an inch. And don't forget, if you're dealing with a plus size person, you make it 0.75, yes, or you can even go in by 1 inch, depending on the person's body size. You can use 0.75 for a plus size measurement, 0.75, or you can use 1 inch. So this is used to tackle the bulge at the back of a dress. So if you're making a dress and you didn't do this, mind you, there will be a bulge at the back. I'm also going to connect this here, but before that, I'll have to cut out this back pattern, and after cutting it out, then I'll complete the remaining one like this. Okay, I can also go like this. I might try to close the dart like this, then connect. This is it. So this will tackle the bulge at the back of a dress. So this is it. Our pattern is ready. Then after that, you're going to add half inch for sewing allowance. That is, if you want to join this to a dress, to a skirt. So this is it here. If you want to join this to a skirt, so this is it. These are allowance here. Yeah, let's not forget, we've not added 1.5 seam allowance by the side, by the center, by the side back. This is it we're doing, 1.5. So with this, our pattern is ready. And our next class, I'll be teaching you another pattern to use, and that pattern will be very good for bed dresses, how to make your bustier. So that will be so I'm going to go behind the camera, or I'll be right back. I'll try to cut out this. Okay, so this is it. Lest I forgot to add seam allowance to the back, which is this and this. Then you join. This is it. And so it's time to cut. We're going to cut out the front pattern. And this is it, the front pattern. And don't forget, there will be a seam allowance by the shoulder. To join your shoulder, you're also going to add half an inch here and half an inch here to join the shoulder. So this is it here. So like this. So we cut. In this.
àwọn àbókí àtẹ̀lé wọn nígbà wọlé kájà lè tó gbé ìlú ọ̀tún sí wọn gbé jẹ́ níbẹ̀ gbogbo wọn fọ ilé wa wọn gbá bọ́ wọn bí ìgbẹ́ so gbogbo oríṣiríṣi àwọn jí kó nǹkan bí táwọn àti gbàtà lọ́wọ́ gan lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ gbà káàkiri bí wọn lọ ká kájú tó lọ bí ètò ìgbà
So we also had the same allowance at the shoulder too for the back. So this is for the back. This is for the back. Then we cut. We cut. Yeah, for my beginners, if you want to add seam, zip allowance, your zipper allowance to the back, you can make it of 2 inches, you can make it of 1.5 inches. Let's make it of 1.5 inches for the back, for the zipper allowance. So we add, mind you, if you want to start counting, if you want to measure, you measure for this one you've taken in. So you start counting from here to here. You mark your 1.5 inch like this. Then you rule it out. So with this, if you follow this method, you're going to have a perfect fit dress. So we cut out this, and with this we have our back. This is our back. We have our back, and we have our front measurements. So with this, so don't forget, and don't just try to keep this. So other pictures, other videos will be making reference to this. So our next class, I will teach you another method to draft a basic bodice, and that will be good. That method will be good for your bustier. How to make your bustier cup, your one bed dresses, to get snatched, to get your coffee, your cup shape. So our next class will be that. So thanks for watching today's tutorial. Bye.